On the streets of London, what began as a rally turned into something far darker. Tens of thousands gathered, banners raised, voices loud. But behind the noise, a storm was brewing, a storm of violence, politics, and fear. And at the heart of it all, a prime minister, a convicted activist, and a broadcaster caught in the crossfire. Before we uncover this unfolding story, here's a quick reminder. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed? If you value stories that dig deeper than the headlines, hit the like button, subscribe now to Echo Britain, and leave your thoughts in the comments. It's free for you, but it helps us keep going. Saturday's Unite the Kingdom protest, organised by far-right figure Tommy Robinson, also known as Stephen Yaxley-Lennon, drew an enormous crowd, between 2 million and 3 million people. But as numbers swelled, violence erupted. Police officers on duty faced chaos, 26 officers injured, for seriously. 24 people arrested for offences ranging from affray to assault, violent disorder, and criminal damage. The Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, later admitted, "I anticipate we will be arresting about 50 more people for violent disorder." It was a classic example of thousands protesting peacefully, but tens determined on serious violence. Amid the shock, Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer condemned the violence, but his words sparked their own controversy. At Cabinet, he declared Britain was in the fight of our times between patriotic national renewal and decline and toxic division. Downing Street doubled down, insisting this fight has to be won. But reporters questioned the phrase, "Why talk of a fight?" after condemning violent rhetoric, including a video appearance by Elon Musk, who warned the crowd that violence is coming. The Prime Minister's spokesman replied, "Freedom of speech is a core British value." Yet he admitted many across the country would feel intimidated and scared because of their background, the colour of their skin. In Wales, Social Justice Secretary Jane Hutt added her own voice, condemning the violence linked to Robinson's rally. "We must be able to live together, protest peacefully, and debate peacefully." What we saw in London was horrific. And while politicians traded statements, the story took another twist. Ranvir Singh, presenter on Good Morning Britain, revealed she had been urged to resign after her emotional remarks about the march. She confessed the scale of the rally made her reconsider travelling with her son. "I should be allowed to go into London and feel safe. But I didn't take my son, my little brown boy, and that made me sad." Singh described an encounter at her local station with a man heading to the march. "Curious," he said, "not committed, but keeping an eye on his brother who's a bit more far-right." For Ranvir, it showed the dangerous blur between casual attendance and far-right support. Her honesty triggered a storm, 50% hate, 50% support, she admitted. Messages flooded in, some calling for her to quit, others thanking her for speaking up. One viewer wrote, "We went to the march, but we are not racists or far-right. We're just frustrated with the country." Ranvir insisted that was the conversation she was trying to have, that people were angry, lost, and being pulled into rallies led by dangerous figures. But the fact remained, London had witnessed the largest far-right rally in living memory. And while some claimed it was about patriotism, others saw only division, violence, and fear. A prime minister speaks of a fight for renewal. A broadcaster reveals the fear of raising her child in a divided country. And a city shaken by violence is left asking, is this a turning point, or just the beginning of something even darker? Tell us what you think in the comments below. And don't forget, hit like, subscribe, and stay with us here on Echo Britain for the stories behind the headlines.